First year went, well, first semester I should say, went great. Had a blast, met a whole lot of people, things I'd never do here in my entire life. You know, everything was great. Came back for winter break and realized, you know, there was still some sort of a funding gap in which I needed to make up a bit of money and the difference to pay for my university studies. Light bulb hit on, family contacted me, you know, started applying for scholarships and all the rest of it. After a bit of time, you know, scholarship applications have rolled in. I'd sort of, you know, picked everywhere to find a scholarship, picked all sorts of barrels, all sorts of buckets, got what I needed, at least that's what I thought, upon realizing that I needed about, say, I think it was about $8,000 of a difference to pay for my university studies. One final interview with Knowledge Quest, ironically. Had the interview, everything went great, and it was just sort of a waiting game from there. I was contacted later on that week in 2008 that I had been the recipient of one of the 2008 Knowledge Quest scholarships, and ever since then, it's been a blast.
I received my Knowledge Quest scholarship back in 2007, and I also received a Green Family Scholarship in 2007. I had graduated from Warwick Academy in 2006, and I actually, a year after I graduated, I actually went up to the Bermuda College because I didn't have any funds to go away. So in 2007, I had applied to a few universities. I was accepted, but I was not sure how I was going to get there. So in about, it was around college time, I got a call from Knowledge Quest, and they told me that I had received a scholarship from them. And then they also gave me the news that I had received one from Green Family as well, and that was such relief.
I received a scholarship in 2002 after I was a student at the Bermuda College. The Dean of Students, Ms. Tolbert, had actually told my mom about it, and she said, you know, I think your daughter should apply for this scholarship. So I filled out the paperwork, I applied, and I can't remember, but sometime over the summer, they said, you know, you've been approved for the scholarship. I done my interview and stuff, and I was originally approved for $5,000. Then a couple of weeks after that, they actually got back to me and said, well, one of our students had to drop out, so now we're able to offer you $12,000 for the next, you know, until you complete your degree. So that was actually awesome.
Before Knowledge Quest, I was wondering how my mom and my family and I were going to manage to pay for the $20,000 I was looking at to go to University of Guelph Humber in Canada, in Toronto. And then Knowledge Quest came along, and I did the interview, and they actually picked me as one of the recipients, and I was really, really excited and happy and couldn't wait to get to university and learn and get a bachelor's degree and a diploma in social work. I ended up doing 5 years at University of Guelph Humber, and through the whole entire 5 years, Knowledge Quest supported me financially and supported me with a mentor through the whole entire process.